So you want to hear about the great shit smear of 2003? To be completely transparent, I don't remember exactly how old I was at the time, but I know that I was in elementary school and I was probably between the ages of about 7 and 9. A really good friend of mine growing up is actually one of my cousins, and we used to go to each other's houses all the time after school. So much so that our families used to joke around with each other that we should just move in because we were just always hanging out. We were constantly getting into hijinks together. We had so many adventures. Like, I remember one time we hunted ghosts with a Nintendo DS. Maybe a story for another time. We got lost in the forest behind his house. One time we were playing with Nerf guns, and he had these limited edition, really expensive collectible Star Wars mugs, and we hit C-3PO, and C-3PO fell on my head and shattered into a million fucking pieces. But those are stories for another time, because on this specific occasion where this story takes place, we were at my house, and we were in my older brother's room playing one of those fat PlayStation 2s, and we were just gaming away, having a ball. So a little bit later in the afternoon, my dad cracks open the door and he's like, "Hey boys, how you doing? You guys getting hungry?" And of course we were. We were expending a lot of calories playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. So my dad is like, "Hey, we're gonna make some homemade pizza. Is that cool with you boys?" And I mean, of course, for a couple of kids, I mean, hell, even now, pizza is always a yes. But my friend piped up and said, "Well, I'm not really supposed to have pizza, but it sounds great." And me and my little 8-year-old brain, I'm wondering like why he can't have pizza. But then I started doing so good in Battlefront 2 that I was able to play as Yoda, so that just completely neuralized my brain. And my dad just let it roll off his shoulder. He figured, what the heck? He's at our house. Let's treat him to a little bit of pizza. There we are, two tater-tot chuckle fucks just gaming on. The worries of 3rd or 4th grade or whatever are just melting away as we continue to game. We continue to craft our gaming skills, going from Star Wars Battlefront 2 to Ghost Recon to God knows what, and we're just having a ball. But dinner time rolls around and we go and collect our homemade pizza. We scarf it down incredibly quickly because I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, whenever it was time to eat, I just inhaled the shit as quickly as I could, just stuffing it into my face so that I could get back to playing video games. And this occasion was no different. We practically mainlined pizza into our veins, which was delicious. After we Hoover vacuumed and slurped and sucked every last pepperoni and cheese molecule off the plates, we went back to gaming as per usual. Maybe about 20 or 30 minutes pass and my friend gets the bubble guts, and there's no easy way to put it, but he needed to go take a massive shit. And us being partners in crime, naturally, where one went, the other one soon followed, so I follow him along to the shitter, and while he's behind the bathroom door, we continue to conversate and joke around. And I'll be the third one to tell you, I have IBS, so sometimes it takes me a really long time to shit. I've been in the bathroom from 1 to even 2 hours taking a dump. But man, oh man, my friend was taking a long time in that bathroom, and the Republic isn't going to defend Hoth themselves. Minute after minute passes. I really don't even know how long he was in there, but I do know that he was going through toilet paper roll after toilet paper roll after toilet paper roll. And I mean, these were thick ass toilet paper rolls. This wasn't like the cheap shit that you just come across at any random fast food restaurant or whatever. Like, this was thick 2-ply toilet paper. And if I remember correctly, we had about 6 of these big ass rolls of toilet paper, and he's blowing through them faster than a goofy goober can blow through bubbles. And as he's going through roll after roll, he's explaining to me how his mom calls toilet paper shit paper, and it comes to the point to where he has gone through every single one of these rolls. And so he's begging me for shit paper, to the point to where I have to run into the kitchen and get paper towels. I'm just ripping off like half a roll of paper towels and stuffing them under the door for him to wipe his little ass. And after what felt like eons, he finally emerged from the bathroom. He opened the door, but something was different about him. He looked horrified. He looked like he just got back from war. Like he had the 1,000-yard stare and he was sweating profusely. I asked him what's wrong, and he's just kind of stunned, just staring at me, not knowing what to say. And I ask him again, like, what's wrong? And then I see it. As the door continues to swing inward, revealing the side of the bathroom, I see what he's so concerned about. Him opening that bathroom door was nothing less than a containment breach. The entire bathroom was a quarantine zone. What I'm about to tell you is absolutely true, and there's no exaggeration. I can't stress this enough, how crazy the side of this bathroom was. There is shit on every possible surface of the bathroom. There is shit on the floors. There is shit all over the toilet seat, on the sink. There are handprints of shit on the walls. Now go with me on this. I can wrap my head around a world where maybe you get a little bit of shit in the toilet seat, okay? Maybe you have a really bad day. Maybe you ate some sort of burrito that got your tummy upset. I can wrap my head around a little bit of poop on the toilet seat. It's not an everyday thing, but I can reconcile that in my mind. But even having said that, I mean, the shit, like, I don't know what was going on. It's like the PSI of the shit leaving his ass was causing him to go airborne, and he has to, like, hold himself down in the seat, and it's just smearing everywhere. 6 rolls of toilet paper and 2 rolls of paper towels, and you mean to tell me that you still somehow put shit handprints on the wall? What was all the toilet paper used for? What were the paper towels used for? I don't understand. I can't imagine the sight of his ass. Not only that, but I never realized the whole time talking to him and the whole time was supplying him with shit paper that I did not hear one single flush that entire time. So I'm sure you can picture what happened next. There is a homunculus that comes out of the toilet. Like, it's breathing at this point. It is wet, sopping, disgusting, shit-covered toilet paper that's practically taken a life of its own. It crawls out of the toilet, and the water and the shit is now flooding the bathroom floor. We have little rugs all over the bathroom floor, and those are soaked, completely drenched in shit. I felt like the ghoul from the Fallout series when he first saw the nuke drop. Like, I'm just stunned with fear. But then finally I gather the strength and I run over to my dad. And I'm like, Dad, the toilet's flooding. And he runs in the bathroom and now he's horrified. He doesn't know what to do. He's picking up the rugs and he's trying to, like, lay out paper towels and regular cloth towels to try to stop this from escaping the bathroom. And my dad, with all of his willpower, every fiber of his being, is trying not to yell, scream, and cuss at my friend. So while my dad is dealing with the nuclear wasteland that is our bathroom, I'm left alone with my friend. And now it hits me as well, another realization that not only did I never hear the toilet flush, I never heard the sink go off. So he never even washed his hands. There's somehow no shit on his hands, I guess because he was too busy wiping it on our fucking walls, and he wants to go back and play video games. I don't want to play video games. I smell his hands, like I have him just move his hand under my nose and I smell it. I think that moment alone fried most of my brain cells. Like that, it was like smelling, what are they called? It was like taking a hit of smelling salts, except the shit particles were so intense that I could feel them go up through my nostrils, invade my brain, and start frying my frontal lobe. His hands smelt like if a feral animal came, puked on his shit, ate his shit and the puke, and then shit that back out, and then he rubbed his hands in that shit. That's what his hands smelt like. And I can't let him play video games. I can't let him touch anything and spread this radiation across my house. I make him wash his hands over and over and over again in the kitchen sink, and nothing is taking away the shit smell. I am dumping entire bottles of Germ-X on his hands, and nothing is getting rid of it. And eventually, I mean, he just has to go home because I'm not letting him touch any of my game controllers. I'm not letting him touch any toys. I can't let him touch anything in the house as to not spread this disease. Not to mention, if that's what the bathroom looks like, I cannot picture what his ass must have looked like, if he even has one left. So there's no real happy ending to the story. My parents call his parents and they come to pick him up. He goes home, and then we are just left changed and broken as a family. So in the next day or so, I started to go to his house, because he wasn't allowed back at ours for just a little while. But things basically just went back to normal, and I'm still friends with him to this day. Don't worry about me and my family, though, because since I'm still friends with him, you better believe he's never lived this down. You can't just smear shit on somebody's walls and it just go away. It's going to stick around for a while, just like the shit handprints did on my bathroom wall. And after that day, I was no longer a boy. I became a man. I had seen the evils that humanity has to offer. But that's about it for me. So hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, consider dropping a sub, leaving a like, sharing with friends, maybe leaving a comment down below. I would also love to see you over on the Twitch channel. I stream almost every day. I stream Monday through Saturday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I actually told this story on stream a few days ago, so definitely come around the Twitch channel if you want to get the sneak preview on stories like this, but I figured I would go ahead and tell it in YouTube story form. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.